Alright guys, welcome back to Beautiful Mind again today, and we're going to be talking about Bitcoin on the hourly chart. If you're new here, I'm Roland Attenborough. I'm the leading GANN scientific and analytical researcher. I've been studying GANN for over 25 years. I own all his books and courses. And I just want to say thank you very much for having me as a guest today. I'm really grateful to all of you. Thank you very much. And peace and love to all of you reaching out to me, and just hang in there. It's wild times right now. Things are getting crazy. So today we're going to be talking about the sine wave and what we can see moving forward. We're going to be using a few tools. This is the hourly chart. Let's dive right in. As you guys know, I'm a researcher and a scientist. Nothing surprises me, none of the outcomes. So today we're going to be looking for a sine wave. We've been talking about this on XRP and some other things. So at the end of this downward campaign on the 5th here, we are now going to attach this, and we're going to run out this pattern. And I'm going to show you something that's pretty incredible. I mean, I'd like for you to just continue to do this with all, like, you notice how I'm doing, right? Like, you know, this gets really frightening now, guys. Okay, so this is where we're gonna, like, you know, we're gonna start to talk about some of this anomalies, right? So we're gonna just line this right up perfectly on this bottom here. I'm sorry, I'm waving it around and taking a second. So here we are. The sine wave is, we've set up this on our low. We've stated that, you know, after about 20 hours, we have a top. And again in another 30, it's about 36 hours. And then again at 43 and 46. I mean, these are just our sine wave counts. As you know, I show you this counting tool, and let's just go ahead and let's just talk about that. So first top comes after 20. Our secondary tops start coming in at 36. The last tops come in at 43 and 46. All right. And then we square out the price of 69,000 with our bottom at 69 hours. And there again, we start the sine wave off again, and we get some crazy whipsaws. So this is what we're looking at, right? And there's our 82. We were talking about this with XRP, right? Right? Weeks, 40 weeks, 84 weeks, right? Okay. So using this sine wave, we know that this is our starting point, and our building block to start upon again is here. And when we run a trend line, which we're going to do as well right now, because we really we just have to be very vigilant when we do this. So we're going to run this angle. Just because we break this angle, it will signal something is up. However, breaking this bottom, we've got to stay above this, right? This whole area, especially this 60. You know, this is an area on our square that we have to hold. And 63 is halfway between our 65 and 61 area. And this represents an area that, you know, we have to hold on to all this. And we're about to experience a whole bunch of volatility. And I mean some wild swings. So, looking at this, we're comparing the sine wave. So I'd like for you to do the same thing. As a researcher, you should be pushing and using all your tools. This is the bars, okay, tool. Let's go take a look at which one this is. It's a bars pattern, okay? So utilizing, sorry, here I just utilizing this tool, you're able to find the ebb and flow, right, of how the market is working. You can see that we've had this major spike, and it comes perfectly on this. Like, this works perfectly. I mean, this is why we do this stuff, guys. Like, right, we line this stuff up. Okay, so is that bottom perfectly lined up on that one? Okay, so it was off by 1 day or whatever. So you can see, right, first tops, down, back up, we move sideways, have another kick up, sideways down, the fall off, the move back up, the retest of the low. We're just in this rollover right now. Do you think that excuse me, do you think that this may occur? I think we're in for some really wild swings, and I've been calling for these, and it's a no-brainer, guys. You know, when we just count these things out, you know, as I showed you, right, if we just start using these days, right, like, so again, oops, sorry, I didn't get the counter on there. All right, right, 20, right, 36, ending it off at 43 and 46. This is this move, and then back down again. So this counting tool is, I've told you many times, is really important. So let's just go ahead and let's just use the counting tool, because, you know, so we're saying that around what did we say, 20 days we'd have a top. Okay, well, it's right in here. And then we were saying that right around this, what, 36, we would have something, yeah. And then it would carry on, and we would move to the 43rd and the 46th. Okay, just like this right here. See, guys? Get your counter and put this tool on here. And then what do we have? And then at 69.71, look at that. We're right back to this low. And then we spring back up to a high. And then have another round of volatility. Excuse me. So, that being said, we're getting into this. Once we get above these tops here, which is, right, once we get above this, yeah, we're moving up to 73, 74 here, and we're going to be running right into this before we get another serious reaction. And I think there's probably going to be some pretty wild swings. We've got a lot of things going on out there, and Bitcoin is not backing off right now, and it's gaining traction. You know, one Bitcoin is worth 67,000. Like, this is just an incredible thing. So don't miss out on this, you know. Don't miss out. We're in some volatility, but don't buy near this, right? We don't want to be buying here. This is a bull trap, right? You don't want to get caught in these whipsaws. So be patient. You know, if you're a swing trader, well, you know, you make sure you're lining up your angles properly, because if we just run an angle from here and we run it to this low part right here, what do you think it's catching? Right? I mean, take a look, guys. Right? This is what I mean. I have to show you this because, you know, we can easily come back to this. They will be looking for your stops. And just because I've got this low trend line right here, and I've, you know, I've copied this sine wave and, you know, everything looks hunky-dory and pretty much the same. Guys, it doesn't necessarily mean this will happen, okay? So we're using these models and these tools and these time cycles to count out and find areas where we can expect changes. Right now, I've told you there's a lot of change in here. There's whipsaw tops. We've got a lot of volatility. And I'm still expecting this whipsaw bottom in this late part of July. We talked about this, you know, in my ephemeris, you guys, you know, we've been talking about this over and over and over, right? I called out these tops when, right, our old friend Jupiter had got up to this 11th degree. And now here we are. We're starting to enter this major volatility. This is where Bitcoin, way back then, when Jupiter was here at this degree of the zodiac where it's just about to touch, it had a major pullback. There was like so much volatility. I think it made it back to 54 there. And it had some major whips, right? 52 and 46. And it had a 44 back here, but we didn't see that. I was waiting for something like this to kind of just take place. There's a lot of volatility, guys. So again, just because I've got this low trend line here, I've copied this, and we're looking for this vibration, right? We're looking for the sine wave. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to sit on these angles, okay? However, we're ready. We're watching. You know, we're ready for anything. We know that, you know, this is a very volatile area. You know, this time of the year right now, we have big tops and big bottoms coming in July, and these have occurred time and time again. If we go back and look at the yearly chart and or the monthly chart, sorry, and go have a look at July. You know, a lot of volatility. So, with that being said, you know, August is just around the corner here, and we're getting back up to our old tops, and it looks like we're about to have a bunch of volatility in a retest as we continue to move our way up to the 73.6K level. And when we get above all this and sit on this, I think that I think things are going to get super active, especially into this September after that 1 year cycle ends, and we're going to have some really big moves up starting in September. Really big, right? That's the five months from our halving event where I call. We always have a retest of our old tops, 5 months, and then our 10, 11, and 12 months, we always have a blow off, and then it makes it out to the 17, 18, and 19 months and never goes past that from the halving events. Go have a look at my tutorials from the past. I should actually do a recap of all the things I say, but you know, I think that would take me like a long time to piece together all those things, and I'd probably spend way too much time pointing out every single thing, and then the tutorial would probably end up being like 2 hours. You know, who the hell's going to watch that? Anyways, someone, a real dedicated scientist, that's for sure. You know, people like me, you know what, I pay attention to things. That's right. Okay, so looking at this now, we can see now we're retesting, right, time frames where we can expect. It doesn't mean we're going to be coming back to this, but it is possible and likely we retest these areas. It's possible. You know, we've had a lot of things happen in this last couple of weeks. This has been a historic July. Like, I mean, the news and things that have been going on, I mean, we're lucky Bitcoin's not at 100,000 right now. And I'm pretty sure that Vanguard, State Street, and BlackRock have a big, large hand in this, right? They know, right? They don't want you to have financial independence, right? And this is exactly what Bitcoin is all about. That's why it's the most successful thing. It's at 67,000 for one coin. That's right. All right. So, paying attention to this now, we have a lot of volatility here. So, you guys that are swing trading this stuff, yeah, run your trend lines. Really get your stops back under. You know, they're going to be looking for them. They're going to be looking for them. So, it's going to be some wide swings. Let's hope that we just hang on to these bottoms here. We hold these bottoms, it's up, up, and away. Oh yeah. We hold this, you bet. But late in this month here, we have a lot of volatility. So it could be that we just spring up and sit down again. We could just jump above, and I would really love to see that. That would make me even more confident about this. If we just had this tumultuous leap up and we sat down in this late part of the July here on this 70, 72, 73, we just kind of stayed in here, right? Say off of this. You know, we sat just kind of, oh, you know, right in all this. Boy, I tell you, that would, and it didn't show any weakness from there. Yeah, August is going to be crazy. We've been talking about that mid-August, right? Our two friends get together. We've been talking about them. Remember? Jupiter, Mars. These two guys, right? They get together, big blow off top, right? I know I put 58. That's where it was way back when it was vibrating around this. So is that where we're going to be? Huh. Who knows? We could be. We could be at 77. So we're just watching this, okay? We're looking at all these levels. That's what happened. So watching the past is what we need to do, right? The past is but a repetition of the future. There is nothing new under the sun. Anyways, I hope you really enjoyed that. That's part of the sine wave. You can do this at home. I want you to do that. You can take all your counts that I just showed you, right? Your 20, 36, and 43s, and you can start running them out, and you can start finding, you know, the weakness and strength. And start doing that, you know, and start going from all these you're going to find all these tops and these bottoms using that count and using this model. I mean, that's just how we do it, all right? I'm a scientist. I'm a researcher. I test things. That's what I do. Okay, guys. Peace and love, and safe trading out there. Peace and love to y'all.